Hello, beautiful, and welcome back to Suk Ko Thoi Trang. Today, I want you to do something just for you. Go ahead, pour yourself a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's just take a moment together. When was the last time you really, truly stopped, took a deep breath, and just looked at that incredible woman in the mirror? What do you see there? I don't just see the lines around your eyes. I see the beautiful, intricate roadmap of a life filled with laughter, worry, and joy. I don't just see strands of gray hair. I see threads of silver, woven with wisdom and experience. You are beautiful with a deep, soulful kind of beauty that no 20-year-old could ever possibly possess. But, I need to ask you something, from the heart. Have you ever put on that one blouse, you know, the one, the safe one, the one you think hides all the things you're not so confident about anymore, and felt, deep down, that it was secretly working against you? Is it making you feel older than you are? Is it turning your comfort into frumpiness? Is it unintentionally dimming your own brilliant light? Oh, believe me, I get it. I know that feeling. That worry about a body that's changed, that desire to cover up our insecurities, and that fear that in the process, we might be losing our last little bit of grace. If any of that sounds familiar, then this video was made for you. For the next few minutes, we're not just going to talk about fashion. We are going on a transformation journey together. We are going to debunk the 7 biggest style myths, and I am going to share the golden secrets to turning a simple blouse into your most powerful, age-defying weapon. And I'm not talking about generic, empty advice. I'm talking about real stories and relatable examples, so you can see yourself in this journey. So that every choice you make is no longer about hiding, it's about highlighting. So please, stay with me until the very end of this video. Because I promise you, at the end of this journey, a more radiant, more confident, and more stunning version of yourself is waiting. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Alright, let's get real for a moment. Let's have a heart-to-heart, right here, standing in front of that closet of yours. I want you to be totally honest with me, and with yourself. When you open those doors, does your hand automatically reach for the loosest, biggest blouse you own? You know, the one that feels like a security blanket, the one we think is our secret weapon, hiding the tummy we're not so fond of, or the arms that aren't as toned as they used to be. We tell ourselves that baggy means comfortable, and that hiding is the safest bet. But you know what? That is one of the kindest, but most dangerous lies we tell ourselves. Because the truth is, that oversized blouse isn't hiding a thing. It's swallowing you whole. It erases your shoulders, it hides your waist, and it unintentionally turns your beautiful body into a shapeless box, making you look heavier and adding years you simply don't have. Sound familiar? I bet every single one of us has that one shirt hanging in there. I remember it so clearly. For years, my go-to was a collection of big, flowy tops. I thought I was being clever. Then one day, I saw a photo of myself from a family vacation. And I was honestly shocked. The woman in that picture looked frumpy, tired, and so much older than I felt on the inside. That was my wake-up call. Top stylists will tell you that the golden rule of fashion is this: 80% of great style is all about the fit. So I started my own little revolution, beginning with a mantra I now live by: skim, don't squeeze. It means choosing clothes that gently follow the lines of your body, instead of clinging to them for dear life. And let me tell you, it was a total game changer. The first time I tried on a true wrap blouse, it was like magic. The soft, silky fabric just draped over my body, and that simple crossover detail at the front instantly created a waist I thought I had lost forever. I looked in the mirror and I couldn't believe it. I felt lighter, more elegant, and the confidence that came with that, it was incredible. It's not magic, it's just smart dressing. These holy grail styles, like a wrap top, or a blouse with a gentle peplum flare at the hem, are brilliant at camouflaging the tummy area so gracefully. Even a simple button-down shirt with a few well-placed darts at the waist can completely redefine your silhouette. But listen, on the flip side of that coin, there's another trap waiting for us. It's the myth that to look sharp, you have to feel stiff. We buy those rigid, starchy blouses, the ones with no give, thinking they make us look polished and professional. But when your body is trapped in an uncomfortable outfit, your spirit gets trapped, too. You know that feeling, right? The collar feels too tight, the shoulders pull every time you move, and your smile feels just a little bit forced because you're just uncomfortable. That's the moment your clothes are working against you, stealing your natural confidence and your radiant energy. Truly elegant clothing should feel so good, you forget you're even wearing it. And the secret to that is fabric. Look for materials with a soft touch and a bit of gentle stretch, like a jersey knit, a silk blend, or a cotton modal mix. These fabrics feel like a hug. They breathe and move with you, not against you, allowing you to go through your day with ease and grace. I have a dear friend, Linda. She's in her late 50s, and for years she hid inside big, boxy cotton shirts because she was self-conscious about her midsection. One afternoon, I finally convinced her to try on a silky wrap blouse in a gorgeous navy blue. The moment she walked out of the dressing room, I saw her entire posture change. She stood up taller. The blouse didn't just flatter her figure in a way she hadn't seen in years, but the softness of the silk made her skin glow. That night, her husband couldn't stop telling her how amazing and beautiful she looked. It was one small change, but it brought back a spark of confidence that was absolutely priceless. So you see, the very first, most important foundation of elegance is finding the perfect fit for your unique body. A fit that celebrates your shape and gives your soul the freedom to shine. So now that we've found that perfect fitting blouse, which is like having a perfect blank canvas, what comes next? Well, now we get to play with color and pattern. But what do we paint on that canvas to really make our faces glow, to make us look radiant and full of life, and to draw all the right kinds of attention? Well, we're going to dive into that right now. So, we've got our perfect canvas, that blouse with the perfect fit, right? Now for the really fun part, being the artist, and choosing the colors and patterns that will make our own personal portrait just glow with life. But let's be honest, this is exactly where so many of us can take a wrong turn. There's this core belief, this trap we fall into, that to look youthful, we need to wear loud, bright, flashy colors. We try to recapture the vibrant energy of our 20s, with a hot pink, a lime green, or an electric blue blouse. Oh, I get it. Believe me, I have been there. I used to think that a jolt of bright color would energize my whole look. But the truth is, our skin tone changes as we mature. It softens, it becomes more nuanced, and it's actually more sensitive to color. Those harsh, glaring shades, instead of complementing you, they end up competing with you. They can make your skin look dull, they can highlight fine lines, and they can create a harshness that just makes you look tired, not chic. Does this sound familiar? You put on a super bright sweater, look in the mirror, and instead of feeling fabulous, you just feel a little bit off? Color experts say that over 90% of a first impression is based on the colors someone is wearing. It affects how people feel about you before you've even said a word. So, instead of choosing colors that fight a battle with your complexion, why don't we choose colors that flatter it? Let's talk about my glow palette. First, are the soft, gentle pastels. Think of a delicate blush pink, a fresh mint green, or a lovely, calming lavender. These shades bounce soft, beautiful light onto your face, making your skin look healthier, brighter, and more rested. Second, are the rich, elegant earth tones. Ivory, camel, a soft beige. These colors scream quiet confidence and timeless elegance. It's a beauty that doesn't have to try so hard, and everyone notices it. And finally, if you still love your deep, bold colors, just choose a more sophisticated version. Instead of a bright cherry red, try a rich burgundy or wine. Instead of a sharp emerald green, try a deep teal or an olive. They give you that powerful, magnetic presence of a woman who is confident in her own skin. And just like color, patterns are a double-edged sword. We're drawn to those blouses with huge floral prints, or big, graphic geometric shapes, thinking they'll make us stand out from the crowd. But here's the secret, when the print is too big and too loud, it completely overwhelms you. People end up focusing on the chaotic pattern, and they miss the beautiful face and the wonderful personality of the person wearing it. They remember the blouse, but they don't remember the woman. And we never want that, right? So, I want you to adopt the whisper print principle. Let your patterns be a graceful accent, not a shouting distraction. Dainty little floral prints, classic small polka dots, or elegant, thin pinstripes, they add depth and interest to your outfit without overwhelming it. I want to tell you about my friend, Carol, who's in her early 60s. Carol used to love her neon pink and bright orange tops. She said they made her feel fun. But she also confessed that sometimes she felt a little out of place in them. One day, her daughter bought her two new blouses. One was a soft, blush pink silk, and the other was a beautiful, dusty teal. At first, Carol was hesitant, but she tried them on to be nice. The change was instant. When she put on that blush pink blouse, her skin looked brighter, her eyes sparkled, and her whole face just softened. Her family couldn't stop complimenting her. They all said, "Mom, you look so elegant, and honestly, 10 years younger." Carol finally realized that true youthfulness doesn't come from wearing loud colors. It comes from harmony, from choosing the right shades that celebrate your natural beauty. So, here we are. We have a blouse with the perfect fit. And now we know how to choose the most flattering colors and prints to paint on it. Our masterpiece is almost complete. But there's a third, silent element that holds it all together, the one thing that truly determines if a blouse looks expensive and feels incredible, and that's the fabric. Because what happens when a beautiful color or a gorgeous print is on a cheap, shiny, stiff material? We're going to uncover the quiet power of fabric right now. Alright, so our masterpiece is taking shape. We have the perfect fit, we have the most flattering color and print. But my friends, there is a third, silent element that has the power to elevate everything, or bring it all crashing down. It's the very soul of the blouse. It dictates how we feel when we wear it, and it is the ultimate key to true, undeniable luxury. I'm talking about the fabric. Have you ever been walking through a store and your eye is caught by a blouse that just shines? You know the one, made of that polyester satin, that looks so glamorous and eye-catching on the hanger? I think we've all been there. We have this built-in idea that shiny equals fancy. But what's the reality? Let's be brutally honest for a second. What does that fabric actually feel like against your skin? It doesn't breathe. It gets sticky in the heat. And it reflects light in the harshest possible way, like a cheap mirror. And the worst part is, that harsh light doesn't just show every tiny crease in the fabric, it acts like a magnifying glass on our skin, highlighting every fine line and imperfection we'd rather soften. Instead of making us glow, it accidentally puts a spotlight on the very things we're not so fond of. The legendary designer Coco Chanel had a quote that I have lived by for years: "Luxury must be comfortable, otherwise it is not luxury." It's so simple, but it's a philosophy that changes everything. True elegance doesn't come from a flashy appearance, it comes from feeling incredible and confident from the inside out. And that feeling can only come from high-quality fabrics, the ones that love and respect our skin. So what's the golden solution here? It's to invest in natural fibers with a matte, or a soft, subtle sheen. I want you to think about the cloud-like softness of real silk, the way it just glides over your body. Think about the cool, effortless feeling of linen on a warm day. Or the incredible breathability and kindness of a high-quality cotton or a bamboo blend. These fabrics, they don't scream for attention. They whisper about their quality. This is the heart of quiet luxury. A good fabric speaks for itself, and it creates a beauty that is timeless. I want to tell you about my friend, Debbie. She's in her late 50s. She loves going to parties, and her closet used to be full of these shiny, synthetic blouses in every color imaginable. She thought they made her look festive, but she always complained about how hot she would get, and whenever she saw a picture of herself taken with a flash, she would cringe at how shiny she looked, and how every wrinkle in the blouse stood out. Then, for her birthday one year, her daughter gave her a blouse made of real silk crêpe de Chine, in a beautiful cream color. It had a very subtle, matte finish. When she put it on, I heard her gasp and say, "Oh my gosh, why didn't I know about this before?" The feeling of that soft, lightweight fabric on her skin was incomparable. And when she looked in the mirror, she saw a quiet, sophisticated elegance. The soft light on the fabric made her face look gentle and radiant. From that day on, she slowly started replacing every single one of those shiny blouses in her closet. And I'm the same way. I have a deep love affair with linen. Now, I know what you're thinking, but it wrinkles. But do you know the secret? The natural wrinkles in linen are part of its charm. They show that it's real, that it's lived in, that it has character. It's a relaxed, effortless kind of elegance, not the stiff, ugly creases you get from polyester. When you wear linen, you're telling the world that you appreciate what's natural, and that you're confident enough to be comfortable in your own beautiful, imperfect skin. So, our painting now has the perfect canvas. A flattering fit, a gorgeous color, and a luxurious fabric. But to truly finish the piece, to draw everyone's eye to the most important part, your radiant face, we need to pay attention to two small, but mighty details. They are the picture frame for your portrait. They are what makes you look elongated and graceful, or short and frumpy. I'm talking about your collar, and your sleeves. And we are going to unlock the secrets of both, right now. Alright, so our masterpiece now has this beautiful, luxurious fabric as its foundation. But you'd agree with me, wouldn't you, that even the most beautiful painting needs the right frame to really show it off? And for our blouse, the collar and the sleeves are that frame. They're the frame for the most precious work of art you own, which is your beautiful face and your radiant spirit. And yet, this is where we so often fall into two very sentimental traps. First, let's talk about the collar. We have this sweet little thought that, oh, but these old details are still so charming. I want you to be honest, right now in your closet, do you have a blouse with a perfectly round Peter Pan collar, or one with those delicate ruffles that you once thought were the height of fashion? We hold onto them, out of a sense of nostalgia, a memory of who we used to be. I myself had this one blouse, a white silk with the most elaborate lace ruffle collar. I thought it made me look so feminine, so proper. But the hard truth is, those super round, overly fussy collars, they are literally weighing your face down. They make your neck look shorter, they make your whole upper body look heavier, and they instantly stamp your outfit with the word, dated. A famous stylist once told me something I'll never forget. Where the eye goes, the perception of age follows. Those busy collars, they pull a person's gaze downward, away from your bright, beautiful face. So what's the golden solution here? It's to embrace what I call the ageless necklines. At the very top of that list is the V-neck. The V-neck is pure magic. It creates a beautiful, open space, it visually lengthens your neck, and it makes your face appear slimmer and more elegant. You also have the open collar, a graceful boat neck that shows off a hint of your collarbone, or a chic, modern mandarin collar. They are simple, but their power is in their simplicity. It reminds me so much of my friend, Barbara, who's in her mid-60s. She's a very classic woman, and she held on to these ruffled blouses that she thought were just so proper. But every time she wore one, her family would gently say that she didn't look as vibrant. Then one day, her daughter gave her a simple, V-neck silk blouse in a gorgeous cobalt blue. At first, Barbara was so hesitant. She said, "Oh, it feels so bare." But when she put it on and looked in the mirror, her jaw just dropped. Her face lit up. She looked so graceful, so effortlessly chic. Barbara realized that the elegance of a mature woman doesn't come from fussy details. It comes from clean lines and a beautiful sense of openness. And that brings us to the second part of the frame, the sleeves. And here's the other myth we tell ourselves: sleeves are just there to cover my arms. We get so focused on hiding our upper arms that we forget the incredible power a sleeve has. Did you know that stylists say the length and shape of your sleeve can change the perception of your shoulder width by as much as 30%? A sleeve that ends at the very widest part of your bicep is like putting a giant flashing arrow on the exact spot you're trying to downplay. And a sleeve that's too long and baggy just makes you look shorter and a bit sloppy. So what is the perfect, balancing sleeve? The answer, my friends, is the 3/4 length sleeve. This is the magic length for us. It covers the upper arm, but it shows off the wrist and forearm, which is often the slimmest and most elegant part of a woman's body. It creates a look that is instantly polished, put together, and modern. Besides that, a soft flutter sleeve or a sleeve with a very subtle puff at the shoulder are wonderful options to add a touch of femininity without adding any bulk. And here is my all-time favorite little tip: with any long-sleeved shirt, never just leave the cuffs buttoned. Give them a casual, confident roll to just below your elbow. That one tiny action instantly makes you look more relaxed, more stylish, and completely in charge. So, our blouse is now practically perfect. From the fit that flatters, the color that glows, the fabric that feels luxurious, all the way down to the collar and sleeves that are working for you. But how do we take this one beautiful piece and make it the star of a truly stunning, head-to-toe outfit? How do we add our own personal signature and make people say, "Wow, she has incredible style"? That is the art of styling and accessorizing, and we're going to put it all together in our final step. Alright, so we have our blouse, and it is practically perfect. The fit is a dream, the color makes you glow, the fabric feels like $1,000,000, and every detail on the collar and sleeves is working for you. It's like we've prepared a beautiful, delicious meal. But to turn that meal into an unforgettable feast, you need the final seasonings. And that perfect finishing touch is the power of accessories and the art of styling. This is the final step that takes a beautiful blouse and turns it into your signature, unforgettable style. Now, I want you to think about your jewelry box for a second. Are there beautiful pieces in there that you haven't worn in years, because you thought they were too fancy, or you just didn't know what to wear them with? Well, it's time to bring them out into the light. Because accessories aren't just jewelry, they tell your story. I, for one, have a collection of small silk scarves. Each one has a memory attached to it, a place I've been. I don't tie them tightly around my neck anymore. Instead, I'll just drape one over my shoulders, or tie it in a loose, easy knot. A little slip of silk can instantly soften the neckline, and add a pop of beautiful color. It's like a whisper of femininity. Or what about a delicate necklace? Stylists have a rule that accessories should lead the eye. A simple chain with a small pendant draws the eye upward, right to your collarbone and your beautiful face. And please, don't underestimate the power of a brooch. I know, you think they're old-fashioned, but a stunning pin on the lapel of a blazer, or right where the collar of your blouse meets, is a statement of classic, elegant power. And of course, we have to talk about pearls. As the great Jacqueline Kennedy once said, pearls are always appropriate. A simple pair of pearl studs has this magical ability to catch the light, and just illuminate your entire face. But it's not just about what you add on top. True, next-level style comes from the art of mixing textures. Have you ever tried pairing a soft, flowy silk blouse with a pair of structured khaki pants or even a great pair of jeans? That contrast between the soft and the sturdy, the flowing and the structured, creates an outfit that is so interesting and so chic. Or think about a simple cotton blouse, worn with a classic tweed skirt. Instantly, that simple top looks 10 times more expensive. That is how the most stylish women in the world play with fashion. And finally, the ultimate pro move: smart layering. Don't just wear your blouse by itself. Throw on a beautifully tailored blazer. A blazer doesn't just keep you warm, it creates structure, it gives you a clean silhouette, and it makes you look taller and more polished. On a cool day, a thin cashmere cardigan draped over your shoulders is the definition of relaxed elegance. And a sleeveless vest, or a gilet, is a fantastic way to look modern and put together. I have my own personal power uniform for days when I need to feel my most confident: a white silk blouse, a great pair of black trousers, and my favorite camel blazer. Simple, but it has never, ever failed me. So you see, from one simple blouse, we've built an entire look. A look that speaks of sophistication, of self-awareness, and of the stories we carry with us. We have the perfect outfit, from the inside out. But, do you know what? There is one final accessory that's more important than any pearl or any diamond. It's the last piece of the puzzle. It's invisible, but it's what makes the entire outfit come alive and truly shine. And so, we've come to the end of our journey together today. We've walked through it all, from understanding the perfect fit for your unique shape, to choosing colors and fabrics that truly love your skin, all the way to the tiny, elegant details of a collar or a sleeve, and the final art of putting it all together to create your signature look. I truly hope that after our time together, you walk away with one profound lesson. Style, at this beautiful stage of life, is no longer about covering up the things we're unsure of. It is about celebrating the incredible woman you've become. Please, always remember this. Comfort is the truest foundation of confidence. When you feel good in what you're wearing, your spirit will automatically shine. And that real, timeless beauty, the kind that never fades, comes from a deep understanding and love for your authentic self. And I want to leave you with this one final thought. The most beautiful blouse in the world isn't the most expensive one, and it's not the trendiest one. It is the one that makes you look in the mirror and smile with genuine confidence. Because you're not just wearing beautiful clothes, you are wearing your story. So start today with one small, simple action. Go into your closet and swap out just one old blouse for a new, more flattering choice. I promise you, you will be amazed at what a game changer it can be. And please, don't forget, I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. Let me know which myth you used to believe, and which new secret you're most excited to try. Your stories mean the world to me and to our entire community. And of course, if you found value in our time together, please hit that like button, and subscribe to Suck Ko Thoi Trang so you never miss out on our next journey together. But listen, mastering your blouse is a huge, critical step, but it's only one half of the perfect picture. Because even the most stunning outfit can lose its power if it's not framed by a hairstyle that flatters your face. So, if you are truly serious about creating a look that is both youthful and elegant, then our very next video on short hair over 50 to 5 mistakes to avoid immediately, Fashion Trends 2025, is the final puzzle piece that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. Until then, stay elegant, stay comfortable, and always, always be confident in your own incredible style.